Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. Yeah, VeChain is still here below that target area of that overall move. So you might remember that already in November, December, we talked about this target area in which VeChain would with the highest likelihood get into. So between 3.3 cents and 6.2 cents basically. So between the 88.7% FIB level and the 78.6% FIB level. And there was a bit of a actually, this target area started a little bit lower. Actually, it started below 5.5 cents because in such a pattern, such a corrective pattern, you want to get with your wave C, which is the last leg down here, get below the low of the wave A. And I remember when everybody said, "Oh no, if we make a lower low, everything will crash." But exactly that is what needs to happen. We need to make that lower low to complete one corrective cycle. And this is exactly what VeChain has done. In fact, this is what pretty much all cryptos have done that I cover. However, we dropped a bit lower than I thought. We dropped a little bit below that 88.7% FIB level. Now, there's no reason to worry at the moment. It is holding pretty well there and actually was not really affected by the movements of the last few days. So this wave down here is part of a wave C of a wave 2. And with that wave 2, the correction should be finished. So what you normally get in such a move here is you get your wave 1 to the upside, you get your wave 2 to the downside, which is an ABC correction, and the next wave up should be a wave 3. Yeah, and that should then break the all-time high, and we should get here to price levels of, here you can see it, the 1.618 FIB extension of the wave 1, ideally a little bit more. That is the minimum target, and that would be 45 cents for VeChain. So this is the price target in a wave 3 if we break the all-time high in the next bull run. However, what is happening here at the moment? So I told you before that my view is that VeChain hasn't seen the low yet, and I assume that for most cryptos, my primary expectation is that we will come down even lower. One more low, I think, should be enough to complete the overall correction. Theoretically, and I can't say it often enough, theoretically all the cryptos that I cover, they can already have finished their overall correction. And the reason is that VeChain, as well as most or all other cryptos that I cover, they have reached their target areas. And I did explain it before, the target area between the 88.7 and the 78.6% FIB level. This is just needed to complete a correction. So from a higher level point of view, the correction can be finished now at any time. The market can move up and I wouldn't have any problems with that. So VeChain here, however, looks at the moment very corrective, which means we are coming down here in this move. Yeah, in this strong impulsive move to the downside. We are currently correcting this move down, and the next wave would then also be an impulse down. That is still what I expect. In addition to that, we can, if we look at what we expect for Bitcoin, we would also expect one more low based on the Elliott wave count. And also here for VeChain, I would expect that down here, this was a wave 3. We might now still be in a wave 4 and we'll move it down in a wave 5. That wave 5 is part of a wave C, which is part of a wave 2. Again, that would complete the overall correction. Why a wave 4? Well, this looks pretty much like an Elliott wave triangle here that is forming at the moment. Some kind of a triangle pattern here might become a descending triangle, and similar to what we expect for different cryptos, this really looks like an ABCDE triangle. We can currently see that everywhere, and here moving up in a wave A, coming down a B, moving up in a C, moving down in a D, moving up in a E, and this would be the last wave actually of that triangle. And what we would now expect is, basically to move down already. If this is the finished triangle, which it could really be, we made the wave A, we made the wave B, C, D, E, then as a triangle, this should be it. And we should break below 2.8 cents because you would normally exit the triangle to the downside. This is one possibility, and this gets confirmed below 2.8 cents. And if we break below 2.8 cents, we should move down to at least 2.4, but probably lower. I think I mentioned before in the videos, a 1 cent VeChain would be my worst case, but I don't think we'll get that low. If this extends, yeah, and this doesn't break now to the downside, but in fact moves higher and breaks above the wave E, then we've got something different here. Then it will be some kind of an extended WXY pattern. And we can temporarily even move higher from here. But to do that, we would need to break above 3.4 cents. And in this scenario, we can move here into this target area again above the 88.7% FIB level to, in a first instance, I would say 4.4 cents. That would be the target if we move out to the upside, if we break to the upside. So we are here in a range pattern, in a triangle. We need to wait into which direction the breakout goes. But my view is, even if we break to the upside from here, above that wave E high, so basically above 3.4 cents, be careful not to see this as a bullish signal. At the moment, this wave that we are doing here, or this move, it just looks clearly corrective, indicating that the overall downtrend isn't over yet. Yeah, of course, short-term upside always possible if certain resistance levels get broken, but the key is we need to understand if the overall downtrend is over or not. And at the moment, I can't see it. We're just in sideways movement. We're in a consolidation after a strong downtrend, and we need to wait now what the market is doing to give us a signal into which direction it goes. My primary expectation is we make one more lower low, irrespective of, even should we move up higher from here to 4.4 cents, I wouldn't see this as a bullish signal. I would only really consider a bullish breakout above the 78.6% FIB level, above 5.6 cents. And then also we need to have the proper structure in place. Yeah, we need to have a 5-wave move to the upside in place, something like that, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then ideally also what we want to wait for, we want to see an A, B, C correction to the downside, a corrective move down. So you move up in 5 waves, you come down in 3 waves, make a higher low, and from here we can then start. Until we really see that, after a breakout to the upside, the bearish signals are still too strong and the bullish signals are still too weak to really talk about here some kind of a sustainable breakout to the upside. And because I still really generally expect here for the entire market one lower low, yeah, I wouldn't be too optimistic here that we have a breakout, even if we move up slightly. But of course, short-term upside potential is possible, but from my point of view, the trend is still facing down. And then should we really move up and break above the 78.6% FIB level here at 5.6 cents, then, a very important resistance will be here, that 9 cent level, that significant swing high on the way up. But yeah, that is currently here my view about VeChain. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.